Welcome to this introduction to the foam roller on the small equipment course. The foam rollers come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. I've no idea how long this one is. Is it 1.3 meters? Anyway, it's worth considering depending on what you're going to use it for. For our course, for the things we're going to do, the lady that we're going to is modeling for us is quite tall, and you might get really tall people in the class. This is actually long enough for her. Although we have got a much longer one, which we have had to use in the past. Because when you're lying down, when we come onto it, your head wants to be supported and your spine wants to be supported, depending on what movement you're doing. So it's worth considering what size you get. You could err on the side of getting long ones. You've got other issues. Then if you get two, I've got a really long one of trying to carry them around and store them. In fact, Tanya's just going to get it out so I can demonstrate. Demonstrate two things on this. The length. And it can get even shorter as well. This one we find works for almost everybody for all we want to do. Now this material is something different from this one. This one is more, it can deform a lot easier. You might even be able to see it's misshaped and that's not even being used a lot either. And it squishes out of shape, so it's not so much round as more like an oblate or like a spheroid. It's not as good basically. Compared to that, it's crap. Because if they deform too much, they don't actually roll and do the job you want them to do. Anyway, worth considering. This one we got from Physical Company. There's loads of others out there, it's just the company we happen to get them off, that's all. And it suits our purposes. Now, foam rollers can use differently. We are not using them as some sort of massage, or on this particular course you can do. There's pros and cons to that, but we're not. We're using them as an aid to our Pilates. They can make some moves, some of the moves, it's just the tactile, just the fact that you've got something in your hand, something for you to focus on while you're doing the other move. They don't add necessarily too much to the move. Sometimes they do. We'll use them, certainly when you're lying down, they're doing some moves. Because they're round and they're wobbly, you're meant to be a little bit wobbly when you're trying to stabilise. So they're used in different ways. You can use them in different ways, as you'll discover on the course. I think that's it for this introduction. Yeah, and that's the foam roller.